Momo, get off stage.
Get off the stage, fucking idiot.
All right. So get count.
Let's go. Fuck off the stage.
Hey, hey.
Oh, shit, I just broke my arm.
What?
Penis. All right, man. Welcome to Locker Room Talk, the new and improved, rebooted, reinvigorated, re-racialized, reinvented, 100% weakling free. All right?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
you heard it here.
No fucking twerps allowed in this podcast. Let me tell you something. You get injured, you're fucking out. All right?
If you can't do 50 push-ups in one shot, you're out of here.
This is an all alpha podcast. We don't take kindly to people being weak. All right, Matt Maran. We put him down, dude.
I mean, he
broke
was
his arm.
strike one with the brain surgery shit.
Yeah.
Now he's getting his arm broken.
Yeah, so we're gonna start this podcast. I'm gonna show the video of our guest Jay fucking arm wrestling.
Snapping this man's bone like a twig.
That was some straight up Bane versus Batman type nonsense. But
Ah, yes.
When you walked in, Kelly was like, "Do you feel bad for breaking Matt's arm?" And you start off the podcast with, "I broke it like a twig," with a glimmer in your eye.
I mean, well, right before
Pride.
I broke it, he said that my father wasn't in my life. This is like 2 seconds before I broke his arm, so it's all justified. It's justified.
You're like, "Matt, now your arm's as broken as my home."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Man.
And this was a rematch.
Yeah, this was a rematch.
Yeah, because so originally you had an arm wrestling.
Listen, no, listen. He's a lot stronger
Okay.
than we're giving him credit for right now.
Okay.
But just the first one, I went in there, I was playing with him. Second time around, I wasn't playing any games. Snapped like a twig.
You were playing in the beginning, but the mood all changed.
The mood changed after the first match. I saw how strong he was.
Uh-huh.
So this time I actually put some of myself, some
Ah.
effort in, some true effort.
And Matt's trying to twist this that he's so strong that his own muscles broke his bone. He's trying to twist the words of the doctor to say that. Do you think there's any validity to that statement?
That his own muscles broke his own bone.
That apparently he was like, because his muscles are so strong that his bone wasn't able to keep up with the force of his muscle. And that is apparently, I wasn't there when
Is
the
he a
doctor.
doctor?
He saw the emergency room doctor,
Oh,
and
nice.
this is what but we don't know if Matt was crying at the time.
he absolutely was. Look at his fucking posts on Facebook. He's like, someone help me! My fucking arm's broken! I don't know how to schedule a doctor. Dude, I was able to fucking schedule, and I'm retarded, and I told him, it's like, get on ZocDoc.
ZocDoc, yeah.
Just find one. They'll find all of your information. You have some kind of insurance information. This is just good general information for anyone.
Yeah.
What was it that broke? His left arm or his right arm?
His jerking arm, dude.
Really?
So now he's back to being like a full incel.
It was no nut November. He could just,
Yeah, he's off to a start. It's impossible for him to fucking break that now.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
At least one thing will go unbroken.
And
He
this
felt
was,
pretty good seeing like as a fucking
It was like
person of
it was Halloween. It was
Yeah.
like a sacrifice.
as
There
a
was.
person of color, where you like, this is for every black person that's been on the receiving end of violence from a fucking white
Oh
person.
yeah, people are calling it revenge for the George Floyd incident.
Yeah, George Floyd was like looking up from heaven, looking up from heaven, and giving you the thumbs up.
Some people asked me, did Kanye send me? And the answer to both of those things is yes. Both
Yeah.
of those are true. Yes, there's
Nice.
revenge for George Floyd and Kanye sent me. And I'll do it again.
Nice.
Where's he at? Call him right now.
Yeah.
I'll break his other
Break
arm.
the other arm,
He's
dude.
with his parents, believe it or
Oh, man.
You broke him so badly he needed his mommy and daddy.
yeah. He's like, I got to go back to Long Island where there's no black people.
Now
You
his
ever broke any bones?
Never.
You ever broke any bones?
I broke a toe, so it doesn't really count.
How'd that happen?
I just dropped a log on it because I was moving firewood.
Oh, man.
For a second, I thought you meant you shit on your toe.
I fucking shit on myself. Yeah, I was holding in shit all day, and I finally was like, it's happening. I just dropped a log. And fucking the crap came out so fast.
He took it very well. Like if the tables were turned, which they would never be, because I'm actually a strong man, not a weak man like him. But if my arm would have broke, I'd have been so pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it, this motherfucker just broke my arm,
Yeah.
embarrassed me in front of all of these people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Matt's never gonna fucking recover from this. Like that video that we're gonna start this podcast off with, life changing.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not
Forever.
bouncing. He's not bouncing.
Because
back
people
from
look to him as the alpha of the podcast, and this might.
Well,
might
now we
second guess.
now we also can't talk shit on like other comedians because for the longest time it's like we can say whatever because big doofy muscular Matt Maron's here to absorb those punches, and now it's like, well, what a weak little guy. Oh, hold on, sorry, there we go.
You think he's gonna sue somebody? Did that cross his mind?
Nah, he can't sue.
That was
anyone.
my first thought. Is this guy gonna sue me?
That'd be so funny. I don't
That
think
would
he
be
can.
hilarious.
Well, Matt is Jewish though.
He
so-
is.
Oh, is he gonna sue me? Holy shit!
Yikes.
I mean,
think-
if he can't figure out ZocDoc, I don't know if he could figure out PI attorneys.
I don't know. I don't think he does. He even have he wouldn't have a case because it was like a
Mutual combat.
It was
Yeah.
mutual combat.
Yeah, well, you're the fucking guy that would know, right?
I have a paralegal certificate,
Oh, okay.
which
That's
makes
like-
me qualified to give advice on the podcast.
That's the exact same thing as if you got into a street fight with somebody and you punched him in the face and they hit the concrete and died of head trauma. Mutual combat, baby.
Mutual combat.
That was the original title for Mortal Kombat.
mutual.
Combat. Da, 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 da. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Apparently, they
Agreeance.
have that in Seattle.
Yeah.
Where because Seattle's such a crazy place, they're just like there's fist fights all the time. So they're like, I don't know, as long as you agree to it, it's fine.
Just that city that abolished the police. What was
Yeah.
that one called?
Chaz. Yeah.
Chaz. Chad.
The autonomous zone.
Yeah.
That's still up and running.
No, it ended when and this sounds like a joke, but it's true. 2 black teenagers were killed by 2 Chaz guards. So these leftists that were like, we're gonna police ourselves, and they immediately shoot 2 black teenagers.
Were they white?
They were.
But they were like well-intentioned white because like they did a land acknowledgement before they shot the black kids. Like we
yeah.
are murdering these black children on indigenous people land.
ground. Yeah.
We thank the indigenous people for giving up this land that we took by force so we can murder black
Yeah.
children.
But it's
Oh,
different
but-
than like when the cops do it because we have dreadlocks. Yeah.
Well, dreadlocks make a big fucking difference. In,
You see a white guy with dreadlocks, what's your first thought? Because mine is like, what are you doing, man?
No. I see what he's trying to do. It depends. What he's wearing. Like, so I've seen white dudes dreadlocks in suits. I've seen them beat down.
A white guy with dreadlocks in a suit.
Yeah, that means he's progressing the dreadlock cause.
Okay.
I guess.
So we get it. So if I were to dread it up,
you would have. I mean, but you.
if I go
With
full
dreadlocks.
Judge Dredd, fat white guy with a mustache and dreadlocks, dude. I fully transitioned to just wearing hemp all the time.
I mean, if you dress nice with it.
All right,
I mean,
go with it.
yeah, if you-
Fashionable dreadlocks.
Joe's
like
currently wearing a black t-shirt and track pants, I think.
always sweatpants, baby.
Yes.
I have not worn regular jeans in over 2 years.
Ooh,
The
beautiful.
pandemic
impressive.
fundamentally changed me.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? You know, that's what I was like. Who am I trying to impress? Wearing jeans.
Let
I'm
me
just gonna
ask-
wear sweatpants.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who you think will win in the arm wrestling match between you two?
Bobby.
Ooh.
Bobby exercises.
You exercise?
Yeah.
I just have that Hunter S. Thompson resilience where I just like it's amazing that I'm still alive after all the drugs I've ingested.
You might be stronger than me though.
You got to read.
if I were to focus and be disciplined. I'm not remotely disciplined.
Yeah, well, I think my arm wrestling days are behind me.
I think it's behind all of it.
You used to wrestle in like a high school or college.
I
No,
think
no.
I'm like a wrestler build.
I think once you get some kind of high school education diploma or college diploma, your prime wrestling days are over.
Yeah.
So because of Matt, he's done, dude. Now he doesn't have anything.
Yeah. I would really enjoy the delicious irony of Joe or I getting hurt by doing an arm wrestling match.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
You know, if I would have put a little bit more strength in it, he would have died.
he would have been in a fucking
A
wheelchair.
little bit more strength, he would have died.
Well, you know, I'm the executor of Matt's will. So if he were on life support, they would have to contact me to say, like, do you want to continue on? Fuck no, dude. Fucking pull that
Joe,
plug.
you're not the executor. Locker Room Talk LLC is the executor.
There was a.
So we have to be in agreement before we pull the
We
plug.
were like the two officers on a Navy ship.
Yeah.
And we have to put in the keys at the same time to kill Matt. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to pull that fucking plug. Time's up, Matt, dude.
There was a lawyer there when this happened, and I went to go speak to him. Mm-hmm. They was like, "Whatever you do, don't apologize, because that's an admission of guilt." Mm-hmm. So I didn't even talk to him.
So if you have something to say to Matt, why don't you look right in that camera right there and say it right to that camera?
You little bitch. I did it, and I'll do it again. And I took your spot.
Nice, dude.
Tell mom I said hi.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Matt's gonna try to come back stronger. You know, like fucking. He's like gonna get like.
He took an Uber to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smarter than taking
It absolutely is, dude.
an ambulance.
Why?
An ambulance is like a couple $1,000s. If you even like set foot in an ambulance, it's like it's costly.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got great insurance, which I'm sure Matt does not.
Yeah.
Given his struggle to find a doctor to even look at his injury, he does not have good insurance, unfortunately.
No doctors in his family?
Nah, come on. The
Oh,
Marans?
they're like, oh.
Both of Matt's parents are teachers.
Yeah.
As far as Jews go,
Like
he kind
gym
of
teachers? What
Yeah.
type of,
Matt got all like the.
custodians.
Well, you know,
they all think that they're the guy from Good Will Hunting, but they're actually just the janitor.
but his brother has 2 master's degrees and a doctorate.
Oh, that's right.
So his brother is like ultra not retarded, and Matt is.
the opposite of ultra not
This
retarded.
is like so fun to just bully Matt when he's
Dude.
not here to defend himself.
You can't.
He's like, not only is he like, oh, I'm injured, but you know what? I'm gonna watch Locker Room Talk. I'm gonna be supportive of this podcast.
Yeah.
See my dear friends, and we're like, look at this fucking weakling. I can't wait till he's hooked up to life support so we can kill him, dude.
Joe and I are like the kids in the movie after the bully's already beaten up.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, yeah.
And stay out.
And stay down, bitch.
we're like, welcome to 6th grade.
Yeah.
There might be a trilogy.
Damn, I wish I got into more fights as a child. I wish I knew like it didn't matter.
What's your record?
I got into like a handful of scuffs, but never like it was never like fucking throwing hands. I got into like tussles with like guys I was like friends with. It wasn't like it was never like fucking like throwing hands like 2 guys like trying to really fuck each other up. It was like frustration like tussles and shit,
Pushing
but never
around.
like
You guys
never
were
like
horse?
never like I was never like I'll kill you motherfucker. I never had that.
You never gouge somebody's eye out.
And now I'm almost in my fucking 40s,
Now you
dude.
can't.
So like it's impossible for me to kill
Oh,
someone.
you could always go outside and get to a random street fight. Just
Yeah, but then like they fucking I
for
imagine they pull a knife on me or I end up fucking crippled like Matt or we're murdered or something or I murder them and then I'm in trouble.
That's what life's about, the risk. That's what life's all about. You never know what's going to happen.
We're gonna commit a felony, but we're 12 minutes into the podcast.
Jason
and he's
guy in Scared Straight. That's like, do it. It's fun. It's fun to get in trouble.
What's your fighting? You look like a fighter.
Well, when I was in middle school, I got bullied a lot.
Yeah.
So I fought a few kids, and pretty much my advantage was their utter and complete surprise that I was going to do anything.
How fast you were. Right?
Well, yeah, I had this vibe of like, yeah, you could pinch my nipples, I don't care. So like when I punched somebody in the face, they were like, Jesus. Well, now I have people pinch my nipples, but it's totally different.
You don't like it
you
when
would get your
people.
nipples pinched and then you would punch the person in the face?
Yeah, I've a couple.
Pretty
I
badass.
remember one time my mom got like a call from the principal, and she was like, apparently someone was pushing Bobby, and Bobby responded by punching him as hard as he could in the face.
Nice.
And my mom sat me down. She's like, "You can't do that." And then later, my dad was like, "No, it's cool. Don't worry." Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your
You
dad
gotta-
was one of those like you got to resolve it. If you have something to say, you resolve it with your fist. If you stand up to your bully.
Yeah, well, because the classic mom advice is like go to the principal and like, sorry, in the playground we live by the rules of omerta.
You
That's
think
wild.
You think bullying is healthy for kids?
I
at
think
all?
it's. I mean, I think it's an inevitability, and I think it's just like a part of human nature. People are
growing
always
up.
going to want to establish a better sense of self-worth. But I mean, it takes like enlightenment not to bully someone.
Yeah.
Because I think kids are like inclined to. There's no fucking like enlightened 3-year-old that's like take and share my toys. It's
Yeah.
what is my toys or your toys? It doesn't matter. We're on this mortal plane together. They're like, this is my fucking thing. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like that's what they think. Like. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna be inevitable. So what you can do is just kind of train kids to have like an awareness of those feelings early on and kind of address that and give them an awareness of their impact on others. And that's but like no one does that because like nobody actually talks to kids. Like they make little goo faces at kids like, oh, what you but they don't like, what's up? Why do you feel the way you feel? You know, they don't talk to kids as humans, and that's what's going to happen. So in a roundabout way to answer your question, no, bullying is inevitable.
And it doesn't stop either. Like you
it's never
become an
gonna
adult
stop.
and there's
Adult
still
bullying.
bullies.
This fucking podcast is an example. We're bullying our friend right now who got it. We have one, his bully on the fucking podcast. Again, the first non-Gumar guest on
Yeah,
Locker
you're
Room
the
Talk.
first male guest, Jay.
Really? Okay, the first real hell
Yep.
yeah. We did it.
We did it.
The men are here.
And I'm afraid this establishes a precedent that if our fans know that they break one of our bones, that they can be a guest on the podcast too.
They can try, man. It would be like that scene in Jet Li's The One. Where he's like, you're all my bitches. And then they're like, I'm going to fuck you up. And then he starts fucking them up.
They need to make a sequel to that movie starting from that point. That was the end of the movie.
That was a fucking sick part, right?
Yeah, that was the sickest
when
part
it
ever.
when it pulls away and you see like it's an entire fucking universe that's a prison.
Yeah, they
and
need
you're
to
like,
make a sequel
fuck.
to that.
Yeah, that was awesome. That movie was fucking cool. You ever see that? Jet
No.
Li's The One. You got All right. That's what
You
we're
gotta
going to do.
check that one
Hey, we're probably not going to have any episodes for the next 4 months. So the Patreon is going to be us watching movies. And the first one, we're going to have The One with Jet Li. And then, in a way, you're the one now, or a Highlander-like person
They can only
in
be
the comedy
one.
scene. So you're getting at least 2 showcases a week. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically have a series of calamities that is going to spell out the end of the podcast.
Like what? What else?
Because Matt's not here. You're going to New Orleans, apparently.
Hey, I'm going out. I'm taking
As
care
a
of.
professional comedian.
As a I'm going there as a professional friend.
Ooh. Why? What's in New Orleans?
It's a wedding.
Ah. Nice. Damn, a destination wedding.
Yeah,
Is it a destination wedding or do they live in New Orleans?
it's a destination wedding.
Fuck, man. You could say no to those. That's people are begging you to say no when they do a destination wedding. That's why they do one.
It's nice to get out.
Yeah, you only live once. You gotta make appearances
Yeah.
every 5 to 10 years. A wedding is a good one. Weddings, funerals.
You got to go to funerals. I almost prefer funerals because you could get in and get out. No one
You
cares.
prefer a funeral to a wedding?
I guess that's psychotic now that you say that loud.
That's legendary. Holy shit. Get to see a dead body?
Well, because I don't know if I'll ever get married, but I do know that I'll have a funeral. You know, so there is that. You know, because I remember one time I went to a wedding and I asked my mom because it was my first sober wedding.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Mom, how long do I have to stay at this wedding?" And she says, "Until they cut the cake."
It was your first sober wedding, the first wedding you were sober?
Yeah.
Bobby was shaking
How
uncontrollably.
old were you that you had to ask Mom how long we have to stay here? Were you like 6 years?
Can we go yet?
Yeah.
All right. To be clear. My mom wasn't with me. She didn't bring me to the wedding. She wasn't my date. She's just a person I ask advice to.
Okay.
Yeah.
A mentor.
A mentor, yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, that's chick stuff, wedding etiquette, right? I'm like, Mom, how long do I have to stay at this wedding for? And she said before or after they cut the cake, rather. I'm like, all right, so I'm waiting for this cake to be cut. And I went to an Italian wedding, and apparently it goes on for like 5 hours. I'm waiting for them to cut the cake, and finally I just go home.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
You didn't even get a little taste of the cake.
No.
Hey, Papino, where you going? We didn't even cut the cake. Hey, Bobby, somebody you come say goodbye to Maria.
Who's getting married?
I don't know, some wop. I'm sorry,
man.
Bobbert. Who was it?
I think he was asking who are you seeing get married in New Orleans?
Oh, I'm not saying. I keep my secrets.
Are
Yeah.
you getting married?
No,
in
just
New
I'm
Orleans?
going to a friend's wedding.
Oh, okay.
What's their first and last name?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Now I get to have my secrets.
Yeah, this is a recurring theme on the podcast, Jay, is that Joe needs to know everything about Matt's life and my life, but we barely know anything about his.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't like it wasn't. I was like I'm the +1, so I don't know how much I can divulge.
What's the
Oh,
most
right.
interesting thing about you?
The most interesting thing about me, I guess I'm a functioning drug addict. I smoke weed every day. Do you
thing
smoke?
about you that you smoke weed?
Do you smoke? Yeah, I'm a weed smoker. I smoke weed. Yo, this might blow your mind. Are you fucking? Thank God you're sitting down. I play video games.
Yeah.
I smoke weed. I play video games. I don't give a fuck.
I think that mustache is the most interesting
That's
thing.
the most
about you.
interesting thing about me.
Yeah.
My facial hair. All right, I like it.
Bad. What about you, Bobby? What's the most interesting
I have
thing?
the Gettysburg Address memorized.
That's not the only thing he's got memorized.
Can you say it backwards? And what's the point of having the Gettysburg? Because that's your
Here
favorite.
we go. That's his defining personality trait.
It's, I mean, I think that the Civil War was more important than the American Revolution because eventually all the English colonies became not English colonies anymore, right? Like Canada and Australia, they're fine, right? So I almost see us getting divorced from Britain as being an inevitability, but what was not an inevitability is us staying one cohesive nation state. So the Gettysburg Address, I think, perfectly summarizes that we're not just a collection of states. We're one country. I do have sex a lot.
Have you ever seen Abraham Lincoln? Like she's like 9th great granddaughter.
Ooh,
It's pretty hot. Yeah,
Really?
He's
Nice.
got relative. Yeah, you need to find one of them in.
dude. Do you think she finds that sexy? If I'm like, hey, I know everything
I
about.
know everything about your
Yeah.
ancestor.
There's
How
probably
about I
like,
chop down your cherry tree? That's George Washington.
There's some
Your
there's some
pussy just
market,
dries up immediately.
Yeah.
There's some market out there for that type of information.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like some division of autistic history nerds that
Yes.
love that shit. How funny was it? Like you're asking me like, what's a cool trait? And I'm like struggling. I don't really think about it. Bobby's immediately like, I know the Gettysburg Address. That's like what he has on his
He knows
fucking
his strong suit.
Tinder profile.
Yeah, he knows where his
Yeah,
he
man.
knows where the money's at with him.
My Bumble profile is I'm Lincoln looking for my. Oh wait, no, I'm Grant looking for my Lincoln. Parentheses reluctant at first, but ultimately deciding I'm the man for the job, and that has gotten some hits. Yeah. This idea that like, because it's like delightfully self-deprecating. You know, and because I'm like, hey, I'm not that great, but you're gonna want me to eat your pussy eventually. That's the subtext. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got it figured out. At 32, I finally got it figured out. I'm a sober guy. I like history. I like eating pussy. I like eating several Quest bars a day. It's who I am as a person.
Quest bar.
Yeah, can we run this by Jay? Joe?
Is that
Yes,
like a coffee
please.
coffee bar?
No.
It's a protein bar.
Protein bar?
I'm trying to get swole. I saw what happened to Matt, and I don't want the same thing to
You're
happen to
already
me.
swole.
Yeah.
You're about as swole as you can get with that on that
Each
frame.
member
Yeah.
of Locker Room Talk has the different athlete physique. Bobby has a gymnast. Matt has a linebacker, and I have a sumo wrestler. Hey,
No, you're like an umpire.
yeah, a retired umpire, retired jockey.
You train the new umpires.
Yeah.
But you have to stand at the mound or not the mound, the batter's box. 'cause your
You'd be
knees
like
are
a
too bad.
WCW
See, we need
Ooh,
yeah.
cruiserweight. I believe I'm a featherweight. I think I looked it up once. I'm 140.
140,
Yeah. What is that? It might be lightweight.
featherweight, maybe
Something like
flyweight.
Do you think that's why you broke Matt's arm because you guys aren't in the same weight class?
No. I don't know. I think we're in the same weight class.
Okay.
I think we're both heavyweights,
Yeah.
but my heaviness is more dense.
Dense. Okay.
He has like a fluff. It's like a fluff. He's like a cotton ball. I'm like a bowling ball.
Okay.
You know, it's a big difference.
Damn, you know.
Matt's like 100 pounds of bowling ball, and you're like 100 pounds of basketball.
Exactly.
But it's still 100 pounds.
Exactly.
That's like that trick you do
Yeah.
with kids. Like, would you rather have 1,000 pounds of gold or 1,000 pounds of feathers? Which would you rather lift? You're like 1,000 pounds of feathers. It's like, well, it's still 1,000 pounds.
yeah, it's the same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved doing that riddle when I was a kid.
Yeah. It's like you got to say, like, it's a room full of something. Like, what would you rather have a room full of? You have to fill a room with something. What would you fill it with? And you only have $100 to fill a room with something. What would you
Okay.
fill it with?
Semen.
Oh, you'd say semen. What would you say, Jay?
Water balloons
Ooh.
Water
filled
balloons.
with water.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Yeah, that sounds nice. That's like the McDonald's play place, but like with a aqua theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
a wholesome answer. I was not expecting that.
Well, I would win because I would fill the room with oxygen.
Oh, that's really good, Joe.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Damn. That's like one of those quizzes, like when you were in middle school. You ever take one of those where
that's the only reason I remember that,
Right.
because like that was the one thing that put me in the accelerated classes, and then I rapidly fell behind as soon as I was there.
Oh, I was momentarily in the smart kids class until they realized they made a mistake.
I think that sets them up for long-term failure. It sets them up for an expectation that life is gonna be better, because like everyone has that moment of like, I don't get it. I'm an educated person. This shouldn't be happening. And I think those accelerated classes set them up for that severely.
Yeah, I there's this phenomenon like Twitter will be like, "Oh, I was a gifted kid." I'm like, it's real easy to be gifted when you're fucking 6.
Yeah, you know shit that an adult also knows. So you figured out the world sucks like 2 decades before everyone else.
That's how like we determine if a child is gifted. We're like, hey, does life have an inherent meaning? And they're like, no. They're like, you're fucking smart.
It's like,
go
this
ahead.
kid's a fucking genius.
Yeah, he figured it out. Life is pain. What's the most interesting thing about you, Jay?
That he broke
I
Matt
fucking
Maron's
broke
arm.
this dude's arm last week, dressed like a nun.
He
And
killed
was
this-
a karate master.
Dude, he killed the fucking white oppressor and said Wakanda forever, dude. Hey, all proceeds from this month's Patreon will go for Jay to go see Wakanda forever.
Yeah, and you
He gets
should
to
go
to
check
the
it out
premiere.
too. Yeah, you should
Yeah.
go check it out too.
We're all
when's it come
gonna,
out?
we all are gonna go see this movie now because our Black Master told us to now,
Black
dude.
Master.
Congratulations.
I like that name. Call me that from now on.
The Black Master.
That's definitely the name of the episode too.
I'm a big. I like those Marvel movies. I might have to go check that Black Panther.
Have you been keeping up on all the new Marvel stuff that's been happening?
As far as
Just everything, all the new shows and stuff. Basically everything post Endgame.
I watched She-Hulk.
How was it?
Not too good.
Nah, no scenes of her going to the bathroom, huh?
No scenes of that. Even though she's a pretty hot. She was twerking
That's
in
why.
a few episodes.
I think like of superhero genitalia, it's the Thing from Fantastic Four and the Hulk.
Oh, but
whose penis we most want to see. It's like
definitely.
with all the other, it's like Superman. You're like, is Superman circumcised? Because like, is circumcision a thing on Krypton, or are Kryptonians born with like perfectly pre-circumcised penises? So there's no need, you know.
Iceman.
Yeah.
Iceman when he's in his ice form.
Yeah. What's it look like when he's circumcised regularly, but when he goes into ice form, frost forms around his penis to regrow an ice foreskin. It's powerful stuff.
Yeah, definitely wondering about that thing. What's going on down there?
Yeah, they need an adult series of comic books where it's just this is what superhero penises and vaginas look like.
I watched that show, The Boys. There's a lot of fucking going on in there.
Make you horny?
It does make me horny.
If you could have sex with one superhero, who would it be?
Whichever one Halle Berry was, for sure.
Storm
No.
or Catwoman?
Catwoman.
I'm going with I'm gonna give a weird answer. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Professor X
Yeah.
because it could be I can have the wildest.
I love how Jean Grey has the exact same powers.
okay.
Nope, too late. You chose a crippled fucking bald dude. No take backs. I'm a comic book nerd. Yeah, not enough to not be gay, dude.
I forgot about Jean Grey.
Yeah, you're too busy focusing on what Xavier's fucking cock looked like. No need.
Oh man.
We're just goofing, man.
Just goofing.
We're having a good ass time.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys heard about that Migos guy?
Yeah, he got fucking killed. My God. In what was it, Houston?
Yeah, in Houston.
Yeah.
He got shot in the head.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Track?
Takeoff.
Yeah.
Track.
What is it? Landing
Those brains are off track
yeah,
now.
landing strip. What was it? No, come on, Bobby. Be respectful. It was what I heard. It was a brawl that he wasn't even really involved with. He was just like in the
Oh,
vicinity.
you got the whole fucking scoop.
I don't know. I just heard
The weirdest part of the
every
story
fucking
was
podcast I've been on, we've talked about it. So
It was
I
at a
just, like,
bowling alley.
Yeah, what the
That's
hell?
weird.
Astro Bowl.
Oh, Astro Bowl.
That's what happens. You know, you get all riled up when you see the neon lights.
Yeah.
You go to Astro Bowl, you get a 7-10 split, you look down, you see there's a cum stain on your shirt, accentuated by the neon lights. You're done, dude.
A lot of rappers died recently. Like rappers and comedians, they're the two stars that die the most.
Bobby's
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be.
I might
Bobby,
be next.
you should drop a fucking rap verse because all the other like comedian rappers are putting out stuff, and now we have a black guy to give us like honest feedback on it on if you have bars, dude.
Let me hear the Gettysburg Address just with some hip hop thrown onto it since you haven't
Yeah,
memorized.
yeah, Bobby,
Put some
do it.
rhythm on it.
All right, hold on. So I want to make sure I understand the assignment. So I have to say I have to rap the Gettysburg Address. Now you know the Gettysburg Address doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't, but make it work.
Okay. All right. Yo, 7 years ago, I thought I had too strong arm. We got the Confederacy. It's heresy. They want to separate. Yo, buddy, see? You got to stay in the Union forever. Yo, check this out. Jeff Davis soft as a feather. I never thought I'd have to give this address. Don't cut the mic off, buddy. I'm not done yet. Abraham Lincoln, that's my name. And crushing the South, that's the name of the game. And I'm far from tame. Yeah, I'm the best. And if you fuck around with me, I'll put a hole in your chest. I got my main man, Grant. He's the man. And he is the general that I stand. McClellan, hell, get the hell out. Yo, check this out. I'm almost out. I'm really good. I'm really nice. I'm rapping and I ain't even Vanilla Ice. I don't even know who that is. It's 1865. Yo, check this out. I'm still alive as at Abraham Lincoln. I'll see you later because I got tickets to go to the theater.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was pretty goddamn good.
That was cool, huh?
Rehearsed. He was waiting to do that.
He didn't rehearse it, man.
No, you've been waiting to pull that out for a while. That was very good.
That's why I've been like, I can freestyle. I know the Gettysburg Address, and finally you two put it together.
You left the breadcrumbs, but it was up to us to go to the witch's cookie house.
You know, last year at the Halloween show for Fight Club, we did battles in character, and I was Eminem. And I really feel like I gained the respect of, dare I say, the black comedy community. Jay, you can tell me if this is true or not. But then this Halloween, can I spoil this Halloween?
Please.
This Halloween, I voted not once but twice against the black artists. And I feel like all the goodwill that I had has gone away. Because it was Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A, and I voted for Chick-fil-A. And then it was Tiger Woods' Asian half versus Tiger Woods' black half. And I'm sorry, I just thought Tiger Woods' Asian half was a little bit more consistent. The Tiger Woods' black half was more like, performative. But as far as joke writing, I had to give it to the Asian half.
You said it was a minstrel show. Don't say it was more performative.
Okay, I guess we should say the guy playing Tiger Woods' black half is Miles Toe, who is a black man.
Oh no, that fits. That fits. He is like, that's actually who he
he's
is.
black, man. He's black.
He's
Black as the sky on a moonless night.
He wears Tiger Woods hats when he's not even pretending to be Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
We love Miles, man. God bless him. dude.
Miles, I'll break your arm too.
Wherever he may be.
You know, in Europe, he's known as Kilometers Toe.
What's the European slang for toe? That's what you got to figure out.
Ooh, I think just toe.
Hey, kilometer nobin.
Tony.
It is fucking. You know what I learned is Australians don't say bullshit. They say bull dust.
I never heard that.
What a fucking stupid country,
Never
huh?
heard
Yeah.
Bull dust.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a lot of listeners in
Boulder
Sydney.
we have a lot of listeners in Australia, and I just learned the number 2 country that watches us on YouTube is India.
India.
Isn't that weird?
How do you feel about the residents in India?
I love India.
Yeah.
We listen, India.
Damn, dude, we should apply to be fucking Apu Nahasabina Padalon. Do you think if you were Apu, do you think that little crybaby would stop making documentaries about how cartoons hurt his feelings?
I don't know what.
Oh, there was like a comedian that made a documentary called "The Problem with Apu."
Oh.
He was like complaining about how like Apu was a negative stereotype, despite the fact that
that
Apu
wasn't a special. That wasn't.
It was a documentary.
Oh, it was a documentary.
Don't worry about it. It was just a stupid fucking riff.
There's a bunch of Hank Azaria characters that are not white are now not voiced by him for like that exact reason.
And they sound weird. But you know what? Family Guy, they replaced Cleveland, but the voice actor sounds exactly like the old Cleveland.
Oh, really?
So it's perfect. They basically got like a YouTube guy who did an impression.
Yeah.
But that's what you really need to do. And from there you can like expand and get it. Because it's like, it's fine, right?
I'm about to get...
How do you feel, Jay, as a POC watching a cartoon?
This
meant
is
for
Joe's
children?
first time talking to a black person.
How do I feel?
How do you feel?
Watching a
Do you know what
cartoon?
feelings are?
How do I feel watching a cartoon meant for children?
Yeah, or it's like, but it's like, it's like this person is one race, but their cartoon character is a different
Watching
race.
a black character voiced by a white man, does that make your blood boil?
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
But I watch a black guy do a white guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You gotta voice stereotypes are true. Let's be honest. How I sound is pretty much how I imagine you think I'd sound before you ever met me. The same with you, Bobby. The Indian fan base out there, we all know that you probably sound like this, and that's fine. But
When you see someone whose voice doesn't match with how you think they would sound, that's always wild. Like I remember I used to work in this grocery store, and this Asian woman came in and she had an English accent, and I came very close to almost laughing out loud.
She's like, "Hello, governor.
Yeah.
stop doing that.
Yeah.
Spot a sensitive for ya."
I'm not very good at driving, I ain't.
Oh, I got to pick up my grandson from karate class.
And like it's fucking ignorant as shit because I know that there's Asian people that live in England, but it's just that
like
split
opium.
second of like it's not matching up, and it just makes me laugh.
I think those Chinese people in India. I think that's it.
There's a big Chinese community in Jamaica, and they have Jamaican accents, and that's wild. I saw this poor guy.
Hey man, you want some chicken fried rice, man? Hey, you got to buy something or get out, man.
I'd be studying for my math homework, or my ma get mad. Yeah, dude, there was this a Chinese Jamaican guy, and he's doing this YouTube video, and he's like, "This is my voice. This is how I talk. When I go to America, people think I'm making fun of Jamaican people. I promise I'm not." I'm like, dude, what a difficult life.
What a difficult life. You just fucking make up. Like, if we can do a fucking Jamaican accent,
Yeah.
No.
can't he just, like, fucking Chinese up his voice?
He just does a Chinese accent.
Like, how hard is it to be? Oh, me so sorry. Me so sorry. I don't mean no disrespect. Oh, so sorry. Like, white people can do that voice. So, yeah, an Asian guy can do an Asian voice. It makes people less uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, say, like, it's like, look, there's white people that grew up in the hood, and they have a little bit of slang and flavor to their voice. What can they? But when they go to a work environment, they change up their voice. You know,
That's true. I think most
everyone
They
should
change up
sound
their
like
voice. They change up their voice.
these racial stereotype voice exist. So race imposters, which are people that look one way but grew up somewhere else, know how to change their voice to make other people less uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like these fucking British actors coming out here taking their like goddamn roles,
Yeah.
and they're killing them.
What if it's Keira Knightley who has a nice little body?
Fuck
She's got
her.
like that sexy little 12-year-old boy body.
No, Idris Elba, all of these guys, they have British accents,
Right.
but they come out here, they do these American movies. They got the accent down packed. Can't even tell.
The guy that played House, I had no idea. I saw him like years later.
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, I saw him on a talk show, and I'm like, "It's the guy from House." And I'm like, "Why is he doing the British voice?"
He's also not addicted to perks in real life.
Damn.
Were you ever addicted to perks?
No, but I've taken Percocets before, and oh goodness, could I get addicted to those?
You know who will be addicted to perks?
Matt Maran.
Yes. Yeah, I give it 3 months. He will be addicted to perks.
He can't even write his own name now.
Yeah.
He's
It's
ruined.
very funny in the group chat. Joe's like, "Hey, can you do this for the podcast? Can you do that for the podcast?" And then later, I was like, "Oh, also, Matt? Can you send me something? I need help." And he's just like, fucking typing with one arm, but he's not at work, so I'm sure he's bored. I'm sure he's more than happy to do stuff, work assignments that
He's
we
got
give him.
he's got one thing to do: drag and drop. That's all he has to
Yeah.
do. What a goof, man! May he rest in peace.
That the mic where I guess we should explain to people like the environment where you broke his arm.
It was a dangerous environment. One
Yeah.
would say unhealthy,
Yes.
unsafe.
Well, in a room that's usually verbal combat, you guys took it to a physical level.
Yes.
Because it's the heckle mic, which you
heckle
go
mic.
to a lot. I've been to, like, Joe and I went once together. I think that's
Yeah.
the only time you've been, right?
Yeah, awful experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically
Too
comics
mean.
go up there and the audience just yells the most hurtful shit that they can possibly think of at them. And they could either respond or just take it, you know? That's why, like, right before I came up there, he dissed me saying, I don't know my father.
Do you?
He has a point, but
It's not.
That's
To be
not
fair, it's
here
not a
nor
roast
there.
joke if it's just a fact.
But let's be honest, you can't arm wrestle your father, but you can arm wrestle this fucking ass cracker.
Did you imagine that Matt was your father while you were breaking his
No,
arm?
no.
Yeah. Damn. And so yeah, it was a rematch because he won the first one, but you weren't giving it your full
I
strength.
did not really try.
And so for the rematch, you were like, "I'm going to break this guy's arm."
Yes,
And will
exactly.
you accept a second rematch? Because I guess you won, or did you disqualify? Are you disqualified?
No, it was obviously a TKO.
Oh,
That's
TKO.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a technical knockout. He couldn't compete.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he could have. Damn, dude. It's so crazy how easily people can get hurt. I mean, I know you broke his arm with full intention and with your strength, but
He'll
like
never be the same. At his age, he's never gonna.
He honestly won't.
yeah.
I will never be the same. Sorry.
Matt's back on the podcast. He's like not riffing, not responding to stuff, and we're like, you have to be
Whenever
nice. He
it
broke
rains,
his arm.
is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
And so you've broken a toe. Have you broken a bone?
I've never broken any bones, and I never will.
If anything, like you're in the negative for broken bones because you broke other people's bones.
Yeah.
So that's like even better than like not breaking your bone. You break other people's bones.
You ever think about using this as a credit? Like you might recognize this next guy from fucking breaking somebody's arm
The
at a
arm
comedy club.
breaker?
Yeah.
I might now. Why not?
This guy splits sides and breaks arms. Keep it going for Jay Turner.
Oh,
That's
man.
his last name, by the way. I realized that we didn't introduce you at all.
I've arm wrestled females there as well.
Okay.
Now, say I was arm wrestling a female and I broke her arm,
Mm-hmm.
would I be looked at as the bad guy in that situation?
Not by us.
No, and in fact, you'd be praised as a hero.
Yeah.
Now let's get a little more information. This woman whose arm you broke, what does she
No,
look like?
I didn't break her arm. We've arm
This
wrestled.
woman, when you broke that woman's arm, what did she look like?
When
Did
you
she
broke that
scream?
woman's arm and gave her a black eye, what did she look like?
She looked like Matt Maran's mom.
Oh!
Hell yeah, dude. This is more disrespectful to Matt than I even anticipated.
You know, it's gonna be funny because like, and Matt's such a nice guy. He's gonna be like, "Oh no, it's great," but it's probably like really gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. Bobby,
Edit
you're such a
that part out.
sociopath.
Yeah.
We can't. I'm sorry. I know we said we were gonna remove stuff earlier, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
So we just leave everything in.
Oh man.
If you saw someone say the N-word, would you beat their ass?
No, why would I do that? What do you mean? A white? What do you mean? Someone that's not black?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've known guys that I've grown up with, white guys that say the N-word all the time, and Martin Luther King could come back from the grave and be like, I don't want him saying that, and I would take their side because that's just who they are.
Nice.
Hood guys?
Hood guys, yeah.
Okay.
A
So
white
not-
hood guy definitely says. They say that word all the time.
See, whenever I see like someone that I think is white saying the N-word the way that a black guy uses the N-word, I always assume they're at least Dominican.
They're
or
like
Puerto
white,
Rican
light
or
skin.
something.
They're like light skinned Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
It's just a word. Don't.
What's the intent
delve
behind
too
it?
deep.
Is it meant? Does it come from a place of anger or common understanding?
It's always a bit strange when a black guy calls me the N-word. Because it feels cool. First of all, there's no
Hey,
better
Bobby,
feeling.
You nigger. Hard R. It has to be nigger. See the
Bobby
A?
is gonna come so hard later tonight.
He's excited right now.
He's gonna
Jesus
go home.
Christ.
He's gonna fucking.
He's about to pop.
He's gonna blast Eminem. He's gonna tie a belt around his neck. He's gonna stroke it harder and more furious. He's gonna imagine a beautiful African fucking warrior
Storm.
queen. Storm just spitting in his fucking mouth. And he's gonna end the night listening to tribal drums on Spotify.
Tribal drums.
Tribal
I can
drums.
see that. I can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Yeah. That's you would think it's not easy to fall asleep to because it's a lot of movement. It's very loud, but it's soothing. You know, because
What
I
do you-
think of my ancestors. Because if you think about it, we're all Ethiopians.
Not me.
No,
No.
but that's where humanity started in modern day Ethiopia.
Asians actually came from a meteorite. If you check back far enough, like
Okay.
the bacteria, like if you trace it back, like there's two. Basically, there's like the bacteria that evolved on Earth and the bacteria that came from the stars.
Okay.
So superior evolution.
Joe, what type of Mediterranean are you?
I'm all over the place, baby. You know what's funny? I have 23 in me, and
23 different.
yeah, and like that other one, Ancestry.com. I have all that stuff, but I never did it. It's just accumulating. I need to take it. I need to find out what I am. I need to find out what the hell. Who am I? What am I?
Yeah, smorgasbord of a lot of.
I know. I'm the melting pot of the American dream. All of my grandparents are different races, so it's all
Really?
over the place. Yeah.
Any Japanese in your
Yeah,
family?
my grandmother on my mom's side is Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Bobby.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm all Irish.
Really?
Just a bunch of probably incest. You know.
Definitely, I can see some of that.
Yeah, a little
see
bit.
a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
don't get this with but yeah, as far as I know, I've never done like the 23andMe stuff, but like my on my mom's side, they've done like an investigation. It's just all Irish people. I don't think it's anything else, and that's why I'm so pale and I'm allergic to the sun and I can't drink alcohol. It's yeah.
But the Irish people had a good run.
Yeah, we were
It's over,
cool.
right?
They had been over. Ended like 100 years ago, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Ireland's not a country anymore, right?
I don't know.
What? I'm serious.
It's a country, yeah. You might be thinking of Northern Ireland, but which is part of Britain. But then there's the Republic of Ireland, which is its own country. It's been independent since like I think the early 1900s.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
Holy moly, indeed.
yeah. They didn't even didn't fight in either World War because they were like we're actually just psyched not to be part of Britain anymore, which I think is a little bit sus. No disrespect to our Irish listeners, but to be neutral during, World War I maybe, but World War II, to be neutral, what a time to be neutral, dude. I mean, Hitler's rounding up the Jews and the Gypsies, and Joe, I'm sorry, but some people are against that.
What? Who?
The Allies, for example.
Like, who are they?
The United States, Great Britain.
I hate America.
CAG. Oh, you do?
CAG. Who the fuck is CAG?
I think I went to go say Canada, and then he interrupted me. CAG. The Central African Coalition. CAG. Yeah.
Where was Africa at during World War II?
I think they were mostly allied. Because I know that Italy was like fucking with Ethiopia.
My goodness.
Yeah. And I think, and then everybody else was like whoever was colonizing them at the time. But I think most of them were colonized by the allied countries. I think there was like a few, like Congo maybe was colonized by the Germans. But I'm not sure.
How is Ethiopia being bullied by Italy? How do you think that went? They're like, hey, Ethiopia, why are your belly so big? But you don't got no pasta in your mouth. What's going on? And they were like, they're like, You need to leave me alone. I don't know how Ethiopians sound. It just sounds like a slower Indian person, but we'll get that in post.
I think you could have done a generic African accent. I don't think anyone would have.
I don't even.
You.
I can't even
generic
remember
African
what
accent. You do
Africa
it.
sounds like.
In my country, we do not have tanks. We have the buffalo. Wait,
you
that's
do
Native
not.
American?
You do not.
I can't do accents, dude.
It's hard.
You can do
We're
any
not
impressions.
Yeah, we're not. No, that's not the kind of podcast this is. That ain't this. That ain't that. That ain't that
This is
kind of-
less a let's do characters podcast and more of a let's talk over each other podcast.
And also, let's be racist podcast.
Let's be racist podcast. So, what race are you, Jay? I don't see race, so you're gonna have to tell me.
I'm African American and Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, yeah,
Like
a
The
little
Rock.
exotic, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
The Rock,
very much
dude.
So, like The Rock.
Damn, that's
The-
gonna break Matt's heart when he realizes he's been having his arm broken by The Rock.
By The Rock Jr.
The Rock Jr.,
Rock,
dude.
yeah.
Basically.
What
The
what
Rock.
percentage Hawaiian are you?
I'm not exactly sure. I just know.
You ever
Sitting
go?
there somewhere.
You ever have a Hawaiian barbecue and get some of that macaroni salad?
No.
That's what I'm all about.
Sounds good.
Hawaiian barbecue? You never had
Yeah.
Hawaiian barbecue?
No.
I've
Let's
never
go.
had it either.
Hell yeah, let's
We
go.
got to find a Hawaiian barbecue place in New York.
Yes, please.
They give you it's basically like you can get like meat, like a pork or chicken, barbecue pork or chicken, and they give you like a macaroni salad and 2 scoops of white rice.
I think the three of us should go to Hawaiian barbecue.
We'll
Matt's
find a
gonna be
place.
out of commission for a while.
Well, Matt's not invited.
I think the two of us need to lose some weight.
We do.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
What are you, about
400. No, I'm like 200. I keep
No,
floating around
250.
200.
two?
I use my highest. I'm like anywhere between 240 and 150 pounds. My weight fluctuates like a fucking actor.
You've been down to 150 recently?
I could be down to 150 as little as 2 years ago.
Wow.
It fluctuates so wildly. I hate it.
I found out recently that I do have a little bit too high bad cholesterol.
Oh no,
Yeah, 139. Apparently, you don't want to get over 130.
Bobbert, how did that happen? How could this happen?
I don't know, because she was like, roughly like every other time I go to the doctor for like routine blood work, they'll tell me like your cholesterol's good, or they'll tell me my bad cholesterol is a little too high, like not enough for like medication or whatever. But they're always like, eat less fatty food. But I don't eat a lot of fatty food, so I think it's just kind of my genetics.
Cholesterol
Yeah, you
isn't.
genes.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not based on fatty foods. It's based on processed foods. Like carbohydrates raise LDL cholesterol more than meats.
But I don't really eat a lot of like I have brown rice from Chipotle at lunch. That's like my
Okay.
carbohydrate. That's my sole carbohydrate.
I do think it might be the Quest bars might be affecting your blood pressure and stuff. It's just so processed.
But I don't have high blood pressure.
But you have high cholesterol.
Yeah.
How
Do you
many
take
Quest bars
supplements?
are you eating?
Do you take supplements, Bobby?
I take creatine twice a day and I take vitamin D once a day.
You don't take fish oil though, do you?
No, you've kind of been simping for fish oil.
I always simp for. Dude, I've been taking fish oil for over 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And look at you, height
What's
of
the benefit of that?
Dude, I bet if like you took my fucking hell, it wouldn't be bad. The doctor last time I went into the hospital, which I had no issue scheduling an appointment for, the doctor was like, he was like cutting me open, and he was like, "You're bleeding a lot. Like, do you take aspirin?" And I say no, but I do take fish oil. He's like, "Oh, okay, that's good. That's why you're pumping so much. You have such
Ooh.
healthy blood.
hell yeah, dude.
Fish oil?
Fish oil, man,
Well, I mean,
keeps your arteries clean."
Yeah, I should look into that.
Fish oil sounds good. It just
It doesn't make you smell?
Nah, you just take like 2 or 3 pills a day. You're fine.
Okay.
Do you take any supplements?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, you're strong enough. I don't
Hell
think
yeah.
you need
It's
to,
natural.
man.
Mhm.
It's
Natural.
different strokes for different folks, man. Every person's vehicle on this earth is a little differently tuned. I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even being like a little chubby, I think is fine.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know, to have a little bit of insulation.
I
They
wish
s-
you didn't make direct eye contact with me when you said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
Joe, it's fine. They say if you're like super skinny and you get knocked out by the flu or something, and then you're underweight, and then that's not a good place to be.
All right. You don't want to be like too shredded.
There's this paradox where if you have a heart attack, if you are overweight, not obese, but overweight, you actually have a better chance of surviving than if you are a normal weight. I don't know why that is, and also I am not a doctor, but it's sort of like a contradiction because, of course, if you're overweight, you're more likely to have a heart attack, but you're also more likely to survive one if you do have one.
Mamma mia, this is
kinda
so
weird.
complicated.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine, dude.
Well, odds are 1 out of 3 of us is gonna have a heart attack.
It's
at
not.
some point.
It truly
It's not gonna
will
be
not,
you
it
for
will
sure.
not
you'll
be
win.
me.
Yeah. So it's probably gonna be me.
I hope not.
I mean, what the fuck?
It's
we all
probably gonna
gotta
be
go.
Bobby.
We all gotta go. How
Yeah.
do you want to? How
The
would
one
you
we
like
least
to die?
expect.
How would I like to die? I would like to have like literally 2 weeks notice. I don't want to. People say instantly because it's painless, but I kind of want to like kind of take it all in and be like, all right, and then like enjoy my last meals and my last time with people, and then just like probably in a hospice bed in my house. You know what I mean? But I do want to donate my organs. I feel like that's a nice last thing to do. Apparently, you have to die in a hospital to donate your organs because they got to take them out right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die in a hospital.
No.
No.
You're gonna die in a government building before your fucking bomb goes off, right?
No way, man. I'll be dying in my fucking bunker
Yeah.
watching the bombs go off.
There you go. In your bunker,
Impreg-
okay, with your
yeah,
wife.
impregnating my 14-year-old child bride. And it's like, my love, now that I've seeded you after your first bleed, I know my legacy will live on and I can finally die.
That's beautiful, man.
Isn't it?
I like that you're impregnating her despite the fact that you're all gonna die soon.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Why not?
Just-
It's like, you're a fucking wily little bugger. Maybe you'll survive this thing.
I just want to die a father.
Yeah.
That's what Joe's thinking.
I would love to be able to upload my consciousness and then like re-download it into like a better body. Like, you know how phones are? Mm-hmm. Imagine like 1998, you have a fucking cell phone, right? And you're like, well, this is like my only phone, and if I lose this, I'm completely fucking fucked. But now, fast forward, you lose your phone, boop, 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 boop. I enter my number into a brand new phone. My carrier backs up all of my service, and it's like I never lost it in the first place in a sexy new phone. Mm-hmm. I want to do that with the human consciousness. I would love that.
I'm sure someone's working on that right now.
They have to.
That's probably out.
Billionaires, people like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, they're afraid of dying.
Yeah.
They're afraid that
Mm-hmm.
their only legacy is like, I don't want to just be like a shitty person. So they want to find a way to extend and live forever. But in the words of Queen, who wants to live forever?
But would that downloaded consciousness actually be the real you?
I'm not worried about that whole ship of Theseus horse shit, man. I don't care, man. I want a mortal robot body. And as long as some extension of my consciousness feels it, I know that at my base, my prime soul feels it too.
Holy shit, he's got it down pat.
Yeah,
He
baby.
stuck this one through.
It's like, even if it's not like even if it's just like a splinter of my original soul, like the fact that like a part of me lives on, that's even better than like, it's like no more so than saying like my 500 years ago was like I have to have a son, and otherwise like my legacy is null and void. But now we don't need it. We can cut out that. We'll just have like a new iteration of ourselves, even if it's like being reincarnated. It's different, but it works. You still have the base memories. You have what's important, hopefully.
Do you think there's anything to the idea that what gives life meaning is that it ends?
No.
Okay.
Hell no. Do you?
Yeah, there might be a thing of like, if my consciousness exists forever and it's infinite, then maybe it'll get boring.
Maybe, but then you
know?
can just turn off.
Then I could commit suicide, so to speak.
Yeah, why not?
Make my exit.
You just have to say like a couple of key words.
Yeah.
And it's like self-destruct system initiated.
Yeah. That'd be, yeah. How many years would I have to be like, all right? Because if you do all the things, then what's left?
I feel like you'd start winding down. Well, it's all like time is so fucking relative, too. So who's to say like 1,000 years is even that long in like a universal sense?
Yeah.
Stuff's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you see your loved ones pass. But
Good.
Still,
Good riddance.
oh,
So long, bitch. I got a new life.
That is wild. If you live long enough, everyone you know dies.
Yeah.
Like I was reading about the oldest woman in the world, and she outlived her grandson. Her grandson died of old age because she was 122.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was her secret?
She was rich. That's annoying, right? First of all,
Yeah.
to be like, what's the secret? And it was actually like, I've never worked. Like that did seem to be part of it. But she had a routine, and she did like light exercising. And there was also a thing of people who were like, oh, well, she smoked and ate chocolate and drank wine, but she had one cigarette, one piece of chocolate, one glass of wine a day, which is less vice than I think most people have. You know what I mean?
Right, because like then in like a month you've had like, what, like, 2 bottles of wine, a pack of cigarettes, and 2 candy bars.
Any fish oil in her routine?
I bet, dude.
Yeah, she actually said that she would eat a capsule of fish oil once an hour, as per the advice of her favorite podcast comedian, Joe Gorman.
Hell yeah, dude.
What are omega-3 fatty acids?
That's fish oil.
That's fish oil?
Yeah, that's
Holy
fish oil.
shit.
Okay.
Fish oil, flaxseed oil, barrage oil, like they're all different types of omega-3s, but what you really want is in the fish oil, the DHA and EPA. That's what's really good for you. That's what helps regularize your cholesterol and keep your vision good and all that good shit.
You're trying to live for a long time.
I'm just trying to live a good life, or at least like undo some of the damage I put into my body.
Through the drug use?
Yeah,
Any heroin? You ever did heroin?
I'm saving that one.
Saving it up. Yeah.
I'm saving that one for my wedding night.
What's the most extreme?
I don't know. I mean, I did a lot of ketamine for a while. I was really into ketamine for a stretch in like 2019, which was cool.
Yo, that's fairly recent. That's right before the pandemic.
Yeah, isn't that cool? It was. I think it was like the pandemic was the only reason I
Like, you
stopped doing
stopped,
it. It was
yeah.
like I was like, oh well, this guy fucking died or something. But it was also good because it was like, okay, well, if I have access to it, I'll do it. But then I find like if I don't have access to it, it's not on my mind so much. So it wasn't like an all-consuming thing.
Is that like a psychedelic?
No, it's more of like a disassociative, because you for me, I was snorting it. It was a powder.
Okay.
So I just snorted and I just feel like completely detached from my mind and body. So I would be on the couch, but my brain would be elsewhere. It's like, those movies where like in Doctor Strange where like your body just becomes like ethereal and leaves. It's such a great feeling. Talking about it makes me want to do it again. I was doing that. I've done DMT, which is like the chemical your brain releases when you die.
Yeah.
So like it's supposed to be like living death when you do it.
How'd that compare to the ketamine?
I like ketamine more, but ketamine is more of like I'm aware, like I'm on a drug.
Okay.
With DMT, like when I was doing it, I lost kind of control of my body, so like I was kind of slumped over and I was drooling.
You weren't alone, were you?
No, I was with some other people. Like certain drugs are not alone drugs, and I would say DMT is one of those. But I'm not a doctor. It was like, my friend had like a fucking experience and I didn't because I had done mushrooms the day before.
Yeah.
So my serotonin levels were all fucked up. Shrooms are great.
You have a mix?
I've mixed shrooms and acid.
Okay.
I've done that. Weed is like a base drug for everything. Like no matter what I'm doing, I always have
Always on the
weed.
weed?
Yeah, always have weed.
Bobby, you a drug guy?
Bobby's straight edge.
I wouldn't call myself straight edge, but I do not do drugs or drink. I quit drinking when I was 25.
So how do you find enjoyment in like adult things?
Oh, well, the enjoyment in adult things is finding it with people who aren't adults, if you catch my drift.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Whatever keeps you sober.
Bobby, Bobby stays off the sauce, but he still likes to pick fruit before it's ripe, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't I wasn't a big drug guy. I was a big drinker, like I drank alcoholically, but I would do drugs if they were offered to me while I was drunk.
Yeah.
But because of that, I really don't know, like I don't know what Coke or Molly actually feels like cuz I was always like in the midst of a blackout. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
What?
That Bobby has this darkness to him?
I mean, no, the dog. He wears it on his sleeve. You can see it. But some people you can see their demons. Like
Yeah.
they're right there.
Bobby's
in front
one of
everybody.
them. You see
Yeah, he's
that.
one of them. Yeah, you can see his demons. I mean, you look demonic,
Yeah.
but you don't. Your demons are like.
I'm like Shrek, where it's like, look at this fucking
Yes.
scary ogre. It's like, I'm a nice guy. I have layers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Shrek, baby. Somebody once told me that Bobby was a faggot, and I think that he is fucking gay. We're feeling all right.
Yeah.
Jay, do you have stuff you want to plug, promote to our illustrious audience? You've seen him fuck up Matt Maran. Now see him at a club or college near you. Jay, what do you have? What do you have going on, man?
Come to the heckle mic and see me break somebody's off. 8:30 Fridays at Provision Lounge.
And that's
Hell
hosted
yeah,
by Sarah Suzuki Harvard, right?
Yes.
Official girlfriend of the podcast, Sarah Suzuki Harvard. You got a little crush on her, don't you?
I got a crush on all female comics, dude.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yikes.
They're so smart and also funny.
They take my breath away with their observations.
Yeah. It's what inspired me to get both a top sheet and a bed frame.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I hate my bed frame.
This cat, he doesn't have much time left.
Oh, don't say that. Don't put that energy out
He
there. I
smells
love
like
my cat.
death. I can
Oh my
smell-
God.
Like death has an odor.
This fucking podcast
And
is
it's
over.
Make fun of me as
He's
much
so
as you
old,
want,
he's
but
turning
leave the
into
cat
a
alone.
dog. He acts just like a dog.
He is an old cat. He survived a lot,
He's great.
man. He was a street cat, and it's funny.
Oh, there we go.
Kelly basically was gonna just kind of foster this cat for a little while until he found a permanent home. I moved in maybe a week before Kelly started taking care of this cat.
Yeah.
And like the first night, when her friend brought her over, it's like, hey, he's an outdoor cat. We don't know how feral he is. He got hit by cars. He just had like a really rough life. He had like cat leukemia and shit. Like he got really fucked up by life. And yeah, the first night we thought he was just gonna stay under the bed the whole time, but he ended up hanging out, talking, like just seeing what's up, rubbing up against us. So he's just been hanging out, and then I formally adopted him on Christmas. So
Beautiful.
he's our cat, yeah, and that's the story of Babastus.
Hell yeah. Babastus. Long live Babastus.
And Finny the dog over there is uncharacteristically quiet.
That's Finn, man. Well, man, I think what a fucking beautiful little Peter out. You're sticking around for our Patreon?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, folks, thank you for joining us. Hey, send your well wishes to Matt Maran. I'm sure he would appreciate some good vibes right now. Matt, we love you, but hey, I think it shows how replaceable you truly are. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.